I have a question. Are you a judge? You don't have any jurisdiction over me. I would argue you don't have any jurisdiction, okay? No, I'm Anthony Mathis, the living man, here in special appearance for Anthony Winston Mathis, also acting in my proper capacity of the trustee of the trust. If the plaintiff cannot come to court, then this shall be dismissed. That's failure.
Or
I
you may
object. I
walk
will
a
not be
cash
paying
check or
any fine.
charge into the
I will not be
44th
paying
District
any fine.
Court. Please don't interrupt the court, sir.
This judge completely shuts down a guy who calls himself a sovereign citizen during a Zoom court hearing. And honestly, it's something you don't see every day. The whole thing is kind of wild. The reason this guy's in court is pretty simple. He ran a red light. The police officer who pulled him over is also there to give his side of the story, which usually makes the case very easy to decide under traffic laws. But instead of just dealing with it normally, the defendant starts going off with some really strange and confusing arguments. It's clear he doesn't understand how the law works at all. Some of the things he says are just so ridiculous, it's hard not to laugh. He's trying to sound smart, but it just makes him look even more out of touch. The judge stays calm at first, but eventually shuts him down in a way that's both firm and honestly kind of satisfying to watch. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this hearing. Was it as crazy to you as it was to me? And if you like watching moments like these, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Let's jump into it.
You are Anthony Winston Mathis?
No, I'm Anthony Mathis, the living man, here in special appearance for Anthony Winston Mathis, also acting in my proper capacity of the trustee of the trust.
Very well, Mr. Mathis. Today's the date and time for your informal hearing. The citation before the court, Mr. Mathis, indicates that on May the 24th of this year at approximately 9 p.m., you are operating a 2024 civil infraction of impeding traffic. Impeding traffic, sir, is considered a lesser included offense within nearly any moving violation. And Officer Moran indicates in his detailed note that your vehicle was on East 11 Mile Road at Washington and disobeyed the traffic signal. The officer had a green arrow and therefore driver had a red light. Mr. Mathis, you have three options and three options only, sir, in the protection of your own rights. You may, sir, admit responsibility in this matter. The court will attach the scheduled fine and that will close the case. Or, Mr. Mathis, you may admit responsibility with an explanation that you believe mitigates these circumstances, or you have every right to deny responsibility and the court will swear the parties and will take testimony. What would you like the court to do for you today?
Well, I have a few questions, if you don't mind.
The court does mind. You need to make a plea. I am required by law.
Well, I don't plead to anybody. I only plead to the Most High. Who are you?
I am Magistrate William Urick, P43273. I am a sworn judicial officer of this district. We are here for your informal hearing that you requested. This court, that being you, must make such a plea. You may admit responsibility in this matter.
I don't plead to anybody but God.
You may admit with an explanation, or you may deny responsibility, and the court will swear the parties and will take proofs. What would you have the court do for you today?
I don't plead to anybody.
Very well. Officer Moran and Mr. Mathis, please raise your right hands.
I do have a question.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you shall give before this court shall be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you very much. Please proceed.
Before we even get into what the cop had to say, I just have to point this out. The judge in this case is quickly becoming one of my favorites to watch. He doesn't play around and stays completely calm, even while dealing with all the nonsense this so-called sovereign citizen is throwing at him. The way he handles it without raising his voice or getting dragged into pointless arguments is honestly amazing to me. That's the perfect way to deal with someone like this. If you try to argue back, it only gives them more fuel for their nonsense. But the judge just stays cool, shuts him down, and moves on like a total pro. It's honestly like watching an artist at work, just chef's kiss. But I'm curious, what do you all think of the judge so far? Is he handling it the right way, or would you do it differently? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Now, let's get back into the hearing.
Magistrate, on May 24, 2024, at approximately 9 p.m., I, Officer Moran, was in the area of East 11 Mile in Washington when I observed 2024 Ford Edge black in color with Michigan plate Edward John Lincoln 6501. I was at the light at East 11 in Washington when I had the green arrow to turn. That vehicle then proceeded through the light. As I looked up at the traffic light, that light was red for that driver.
Is that correct?
I did, magistrate, at that
And
time.
that's based on your discretion, your training, and your experience.
It is.
Thank you. You obviously have the right to rebuttal if you choose to use it, Officer Moran. Mr. Mathis, it is now your turn. What would you like the court to know, sir?
So I have a question. Are you a judge?
Mr. Mathis, the court has already indicated it is a sworn judicial officer. It is exercising its jurisdiction lawfully over you. So questioning the court's authority.
You don't have any jurisdiction over me. I would argue you don't have any jurisdiction. Okay.
Mr. Mathis, the officer has already testified as to the facts of the case. It is now your turn to testify. You can tell the court anything you wish the court to know, focusing solely on the events of the date in question. What would you like to tell the court?
The plaintiff is the city of Royal Oak. Please bring the city of Royal Oak. Where's the city of Royal Oak?
So the defendant actually tries to argue that the judge has no authority over him. Like, seriously? That's what he really believes? Then why did he even bother showing up to court in the first place? It makes no sense, this kind of argument. Always falls apart right away because, spoiler alert, the court absolutely does have jurisdiction, especially when it comes to something as straightforward. It's a traffic violation within the state. It's honestly kind of ridiculous. If you truly think the judge doesn't have any power over you, then why go through the effort of attending the hearing? It just doesn't add up. These sovereign citizen types are popping up more and more lately, and it's getting kind of out of control. I keep seeing clips like this, and it feels like there's a new one every day. And honestly, with this guy, I can't even tell anymore. Like, is he actually serious? Is he just pretending to be clueless? Or is there something deeper going on? It's really hard to say at this point. What do you guys think? Is this dude for real or just putting on an act? Let me know in the comments. All right, let's jump back into.
The officer is representing the city of Royal Oak, sir.
Where's the city of Royal Oak?
Are you asking where it is geographically, or are you asking where it is in
Right
terms
now,
of who's present on behalf of the city of Royal Oak?
where is the city of Royal Oak? Please bring the
Court
city.
doesn't understand your question. Are you asking where it is on a map, or where is the officer?
No, I know exactly where it is on the geographic location, but where are they right now?
The officer is representing the city of Royal Oak as a sworn and certified Michigan peace officer. So what else would you like to tell the court, Mr. Mathis? And please, again, the court suggests that you focus on the events of the date in question.
Okay. Well, could you please bring forth the injured party? Was anybody injured?
This is not a tort case, Mr. Mathis. It is a case written
Well,
under the vehicle code of the city of Royal Oak as it is adopted.
As I was traveling, the officer turned on the lights. No one was injured. So please bring forth the injured party. Based on the Constitution, the Sixth Amendment right, I have a right to face my accuser. If the plaintiff cannot come to court, then this shall be dismissed. That's failure.
Under Michigan law, traffic violations like running a red light are treated as offenses against public safety, not against any one person. So no, you don't need someone to be injured for the case to be valid. In situations like this, because running a red light can put everyone on the road in danger, and that's more than enough reason to bring someone to court, honestly. I have no idea where this guy got his legal facts from. Maybe he read something on Google or watched one of those misleading videos online. Either way, he's way off base. All right, let's get back into it and see how the rest of this hearing plays out.
Mr. Mathis, is there anything else you wish the court to know?
Please bring forth the injured party. If you can't bring forth the injured party, then this needs to be dismissed now.
Mr. Mathis, is there anything else you wish the court to know?
You guys can't bring anyone forward. As far as the injured party, no one was injured. You guys.
Mr. Mathis, I will ask you one more time. The officer is representing the city of Royal Oak. This is not a case alleging physical harm or breach of contract.
Why are you trying to charge me?
This is a civil case
Why are you
under
trying
the
to
Motor
charge
Vehicle
me?
Code. as it was decriminalized in 1979. This is a civil matter. The burden of proof is a preponderance of the evidence. The officer has testified as to what he observed, and it is now your turn to testify as to what occurred. There is no requirement under the rules of procedure, civil, in this operation as of today, that requires a quote unquote injured party to be present. The officer has stated very clearly and fairly and plainly what he observed that day. So as to your testimony related to the date in question, is there anything else you would like the court to know?
No, it isn't. If you guys can't bring any injured party,
Very
no
well.
injury. You guys are
Officer Moran, any rebuttal testimony?
No rebuttal testimony.
Thank you so much. Mr. Mathis, the burden of proof in a civil case is a mere preponderance of the evidence. The officer, a duly sworn and certified Michigan peace officer, has jurisdiction, has put his testimony forward. There is nothing in the record that has rebutted any of it. Therefore, the court is finding you responsible for the citation as it was written. The fine for that serves $175. That is payable through the pay portal on the 44th District Court website, or you may walk a cash check or charge into the 44th District Court. Please don't interrupt the court, sir. You may walk a cash check or charge into the 44th District Court at 400 East 11 Mile Road, Monday through Friday, between 8:30 and 4:30. That's due within 7 days, Mr. Mathis. If you take exception to the court's ruling, you may post a bond in the amount of $175 within 7 days, and the matter will be placed upon the formal hearing docket of the Chief Judge of the District, and at that time, the City of Royal Oak would be represented by a city prosecutor.
What do you guys think was the $175 fine fair for this sovereign citizen? Personally, I think it was a pretty reasonable outcome. The judge didn't waste any time with the guy's nonsense. He stuck to the law, stayed calm, and just laid out the facts, which I really respect. In Michigan, traffic violations like running a red light are considered civil infractions, not criminal charges. Fines like this aren't about punishing people harshly. They're meant to keep the roads safe for everyone now. This guy's arguments might sound convincing and is made up. A fantasy version of a courtroom, but in real life, none of that stuff holds up. State law is the law, plain and simple. And once again, I've got to give the judge credit for staying so professional and composed, even while the defendant was clearly trying to mess up the entire process. That said, part of me does wish the judge had held him in contempt. The way this guy was interrupting and being completely disrespectful, it was just on another level. Judges can hold someone in contempt when they act like that, and honestly, it would have been kind of satisfying to see this dude face an extra consequence just for how rude he was. So what do you think? Should the judge have been tougher, or was the fine enough? Also, I've been thinking, was this guy actually serious? Or was he just pretending to be dumb to avoid taking responsibility? He seemed so confident in everything he was saying, even though it was completely wrong. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate all of you, and I can't wait to hear what you think. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Have been satisfying to see him get an additional punishment just for his behavior? Do you guys think this judge should have went harder on him? Or do you guys think this was enough? Just my last point on this is just how confident he seemed in his nonsense. Let me know what you guys thought about this hearing in the comments. My big question for you guys is, do you think he's genuinely crazy, or is he just playing dumb to avoid responsibility? Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe for more content just like this. I appreciate you all sticking around, and I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.